Yeah, I'll play the game. I'll play. It
What
took me
song
all
is
day.
that?
Welcome to Shell Shock, ringing in your ears like the bells of El Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks. This is advice, I listen to cold and cell block. This is Shell Shock, welcome to Shell Shock, ringing in your ears like the bells of El Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks. This is advice, I listen to cold and cell block.
That's just
You said what
fire.
song? You said what song
that was
that?
great.
So I'm gonna tell you how I heard this song. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know. So my youngest boy, he's like a big Ninja Turtle. He's like a big Ninja Turtle. He loves Ninja Turtles.
Oh, is that what that's from? It's from Ninja Turtles?
It's from Ninja. Like he was watching the. It was one of the animated movies, and
Oh,
so
I
when
thought
the
it
movie was
I
going
I thought
off,
you were gonna say the live action one. I was like,
Yeah, it
pretty
sounds
sure
like the
it
one
was-
from
it was
live
a
action,
different
the
version.
Michael Bay one actually, because like it says like a lyric called Shell Shock,
knock knock.
which
You're
it
about to
sounds the
get shell
same.
shocked.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds
Yeah.
the same as that song used in the Michael Bay one.
I was sitting on the floor and it was just playing, and I was listening to it while I was playing with him. I'm like, hold on, Jay, we got to stop because this fire. And right then and there, so I always credit my son for that song.
Yeah,
With that
no, that's
intro.
great. No, your son did a good job picking a song, dude. Oh, that song was
He
badass.
did. I was like, man.
That was awesome.
All right, so we're waiting on my man Serge. Today we got a special guest. He loves Kaiju mayhem. He loves Kaiju destruction. He just loves Kaiju in general. We have a special guest today, the first guest of the new year. As we bring in the new year with the Godzilla Nerds podcast, we introduce to you another Godzilla lover, another Godzilla brother from another mother, Derrick.
Hey guys,
Derrick.
Woo! Derrick! Yeah! Yeah!
All right, man. Derrick, first and foremost, man, how are you? And welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
Oh man, we are glad we're glad to have you. So today we are going to talk a lot of Godzilla. I know you don't mind that. We're going to talk a lot of Kong. I know you don't mind that, Nick.
I had to move it. I saw it. I'm like, bro, what?
All right. So the first question, and we all ask you questions, Derrick, but the first question I gotta ask, how did you get into Godzilla? Even Kaiju, if you want to be more specific.
So, I don't remember exactly what started it first or what I saw first, but as a kid, I remember seeing the Godzilla movies on TV. They used to broadcast them every once in a while, and my dad recorded them on VHS tapes for me, whatever ones we were able to record. And one of the first Godzilla VHS tapes that I ever bought or received as a gift was Godzilla versus Megalon, which I watched a lot. But also as a kid, I watched a show that was called Specter Man. And that was similar to Ultraman, where a guy would transform into, a big being and fight kaiju and stuff like that. So, like I said, I can't remember which one exactly of those two came first, but both of them were in my childhood. Both of them were things that I watched a lot, and just been a big fan ever since.
Yeah, and not a bad introduction to Godzilla either. Godzilla versus Megalon. That's one of my favorites actually. I enjoy watching that movie a lot. So Remy, do you have any questions that you would like to ask Derrick pertaining to the Kaiju genre?
Yeah. Which kaiju film do you think speaks to you the most, or which one do you consider your favorite?
Oh, that's a good question.
But for just like raw destruction and chaos and kaiju, fun overall, I got to go with Final Wars.
Yes.
Oh,
Good choice.
Music in there
Derrick.
is awesome. The storyline is just hilarious, and just the fact that Godzilla just stomps throughout the entire world, just smashing kaiju left and right, and especially the Zilla, like takes about in 5 seconds, and that was my favorite scene.
yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
that piece of garbage deserves it. I think Godzilla. Yeah, sure.
Now, one of the movies that just always kind of gets me, in the feels is I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it's where Godzilla and Minya are left on an island that scientists were experimenting on, and they froze it at the
Son
end.
of Godzilla?
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was the name or not.
Yeah, Son of Godzilla.
Just that ending with Zilla or Minya, walking up to him and Godzilla just hugging him at the end, and like I said, always gets me in the feels.
Yeah, Godzilla has a lot of emotion. He shows a lot of emotions, I'd say, in a lot of his films, which I think is cool that he has a personality, because most of the time he's misunderstood. Like, it's not like he just comes and stomps on people and leave. Godzilla always has an agenda behind protecting his environment, protecting his habitat, pretty much. So Godzilla's always been misunderstood. And that was a very good point that you brought up towards the end of the Son of Godzilla. He shows a wide range of emotions. Nick, you have any questions that you would like to ask Mr. Derrick?
Out of the big guys, entire movie franchise, like this is going Toho, Heisei, Millennial, and now Monsterverse. To you, which enemy is good to fight Godzilla constantly, and the strongest that gives him the most, a run for his money?
Ooh.
I would say his fights with Mechagodzilla are probably fit that bill to the T. Now, obviously, King Ghidorah is always a big challenge for him, but Mechagodzilla definitely, as the years have gone by, he's had more defenses, more weapons, and everything, and this definitely put the hurt on Godzilla a lot. So,
yeah, I'm not the only one, because that movie, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, when he shot him and shocked him in his second brain, right there, I knew that was a fight for his life.
Yeah,
and I think with Mechagodzilla, what's unique about him is, like, y'all are right, he has different gadgets, right? And it's like he has counters for Godzilla's power. And he's a little bit taller than Godzilla, right? He can fly, he has rockets, he has beams as well. So I think that does put Godzilla in a tough spot, because he can't do all those things. Godzilla, he wants to maul you, he wants to get on you, and Godzilla wants to hit you with that atomic breath, which is by far the best ability in the kaiju history, is that atomic breath. When you see that blue, that is it. So Derrick, I want to keep it right here with Godzilla. I'm pretty sure you followed the Monsterverse, so I got to ask you this question: which is your favorite Monsterverse movie and why?
I gotta go with King of the Monsters.
You like that answer, Remy?
Yes.
Being able to see all the different kaiju that they had in there, finally getting to see Rodan and Mothra pop up in that. Obviously, the big fight, just them tearing at each other multiple times. Just a lot of fun. I think that they did a really good job with that one. Obviously, with Ken with Tanabe's character, that touching moment that you guys talked about before. So yeah, out of the three so far, or four, if you count Skull Island, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, that is King of the Monsters is awesome, and I always said I was stuck picking. Well, I'm not actually stuck picking between. I'm stuck picking, but for some reason I love the 2014 Godzilla. But King of the Monsters, I think the first time we get to see King Ghidorah, I saw that, Remy, King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra, all on the big screen, and the Monsterverse. And Michael Dougherty, his team, they did a great job. These monsters were really detailed, and I don't think these monsters could have looked any better than what they did. I don't think they could have looked any better than what they did King Ghidorah looked intimidating. Rodan, to me, I think he has one of the best MonsterVerse scenes ever. When he comes out of the volcano, that was just awesome. And then
His
of course you
design
got
alone
Mothra.
was nice. His design
Yeah,
alone.
his
That was
design.
like you saw the fire coming off of him still too.
And I love how you can still see his smile when he saw that jet like kind of do that barrel roll, and you see Rodan smile at that, and he's like, "Oh, I got something for you now."
You know what I like what they did in that movie
barrel roll.
specifically what they did? They gave the big guy all his roars throughout his entire life.
Yeah, that was cool. I love
that Boston scene,
that 54 roar.
That Boston scene entrance with that beautiful roar,
and the jets, and the military right behind them.
Have you guys listened to the soundtrack?
Yes. I have it on my phone.
Yes.
It's
I
so
listened to the soundtrack. I actually listened to it yesterday. The main theme yesterday.
Yeah.
I was listening to it today.
I listen to some of them when I play soccer.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Surge Taking Godzilla song, and then the main theme in my playlist. Just crank it up every time it comes.
I can't get enough of that Surge Tankin cover.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's awesome. It is awesome. And the MonsterVerse, and another thing they don't get credit for either is I think they have some of the best cinematography of these monsters. Like the shots is awesome. King Ghidorah spreading his wings on the volcano, like Godzilla when he comes up out of the water and he's looking at him on the submarine and he just goes back underwater and just slaps his tail. Like these are up close shots of these monsters and they look perfect. And even Mothra, she looks beautiful, but she looks intimidating in this movie, which I really, really love and enjoy. So King of the Monsters is definitely one of my favorites in the MonsterVerse, Derrick. Remy, I'm gonna bring it back to you. Any questions that you have for Mr. Derrick here?
Yeah, I got one. Derrick, now if you were given the opportunity to direct your own Godzilla movie, what would you do with it?
Ooh, good question, Remy. I like it.
I would cut back on the human element of it.
Good.
Focus more on the kaiju struggles.
Yeah.
So whatever other kaijus that I put into the movie with them, explore them more. Show maybe even tidbits of their evolution or something. Just really give it that, and then come up with numerous scenarios for them to battle each other, whether it's little like pot shots at each other or full out brawls. They had they had the 3 rounds in Kong versus Godzilla, but I want to have 10 rounds or something like that. So.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome. And piggyback off your question, Remy, Derrick, who would you have play in that particular film that you were producing for Godzilla? Who would be just a actor? You say I got to have that actor or actress star in this movie. Who would you go with?
Got to go with Ryan Reynolds.
I can't see Ryan Reynolds play a serious movie.
That's the point of having him in it.
He tried it in Wolverine Origins, and it just didn't work.
I think with this it'll be different because it's a monster film, and I think it'll be unorthodox. I think I think he probably could pull it off. I think he could pull it off just because the genre is so different. Yeah. I think with the monsters he'll be able to. I think he'll be able to pull it off.
He'll still throw a couple jokes in there.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds. We all know he'll throw in a joke or two or continuously do something in the movie to make it funny.
We'll basically have Deadpool as a lead role in a Godzilla movie.
He doesn't fit in the suit now.
He doesn't fit in the suit anymore?
No, because of the movie that he did, Free Guy.
Mhm.
Ah, that's
He had to
right.
get more muscle, so he doesn't fit in the suit anymore.
Oh man, now he got to
They're
drop
thinking
his
about doing a
muzzle. They got to make
Deadpool
him a
3.
bigger suit.
Yeah, they
Oh
just need
wow.
to
You can lose weight.
modify the suit.
Yeah, you ain't losing
Um.
weight from all that.
All right, Nick. We bring it back to you. Any questions for Mr. Derrick?
Um, the big guy, the MonsterVerse one. Looking at his design from 2014 to up until now, do you see any changes in it from like when everybody first criticized his legs that they look like tree trunks up until now?
I feel like they've kept the design pretty much the same. Obviously, I'm sure that there's been some tweaks here and there, providing more details. But to me, it wasn't anything like glaring. I never really had an issue with his 2014 appearance. I thought, okay, this is how they're going to establish him in this world, this universe.
Mhm.
So I'm cool with that. They're not doing the iguana style like they did with the '98 version. They were keeping true to that. He's got that thickness to him. So the little minor things, like maybe a little bit too thickness or something like that for his feet or his legs or whatever, I was okay with because, like I said, to me they kept him traditional and they made him unique. So I appreciated that.
I'll say the one thing about the 2014 look. I love how we can see his evolvement, right? You see the spikes on his back, and then the spikes slowly turns into his dorsal plates. Even his atomic breath, when he shoots it at the Muto, I mean, you see it. It's like a flare, right? But then 2019, 2020, it's like a beam, like
Yeah.
Godzilla literally trying to take you out, with his blast. And I think the MonsterVerse did a really, really good job. And they took it serious. And I always say the 2014 Godzilla and Gareth Edwards have a soft spot in my heart because that was basically Godzilla's comeback to the United States. Because we know what happened
Yeah.
in 1998.
Yeah.
So he did a really, really good job. I know people talked about the scale of the movie, but when you're doing a Godzilla movie, like it's going to be hard to get everything right because Godzilla is so big, he's so detailed, he has all these things about him that you just have to try to get right. And I think the best thing you can do is make it as best as you can, and that's what I appreciate about that movie, and especially the MonsterVerse. They're actually getting people to direct and produce these films that knows the history of Godzilla. That is the biggest thing. We don't have any outsiders making a Godzilla movie that knows nothing about him. Like people who Michael Dougherty, like he went all out in King of the Monsters. Like
Oh,
he really
yes,
showed it.
he did.
Yeah, he showed this appreciation for Toho, and it was sad that he got the pushback that he got, and I don't understand that. Even Adam Wingard, like man, he did a great job. Gareth Edwards did a good job. So I really like where this MonsterVerse is headed right now. So Derek, that brings me to my next question. If you were a part of the MonsterVerse, would the next film be a Kong film or a Godzilla film? And if so, who would be the opponent?
I definitely got to go with Godzilla because I'm a more I like Kong, but I don't.
Well,
Now,
you can't
if
get
it
enough
was
of the
my
big guy.
um, but as far as like a Godzilla opponent, um, I would definitely be interested to see their take on Gigan
Yes.
because they have established, with the mythology of King Ghidorah that he came from outer space.
Mm-hmm.
So they've established in this universe that there are life forms out in outer space, beyond our planet. So I would be interested to see how they would, go about bringing Gigan, who's, a cyborg from another world,
Yeah.
to Earth. And, if they would have like aliens following him and, he's kind of like the frontal attack for their takeover, or would they just, maybe tease that at the very end, that's where they're, where they're going to go to next or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Serge said because the world needs Godzilla. That's right, bro. The world needs him, not Kong.
No more of that Kong nonsense. Where they're like, we need Kong. Like, no, you don't. Kong ain't gonna do nothing. You think Kong's gonna do anything? He's
the world.
Alone in the movie, my man's heart stopped. He
Exactly.
stopped beating.
Godzilla literally stopped at his heart and went, "Who's the boss now? Huh?
You don't need Kong. You need the big guy." He took so many hits. He fell from the sky and lived. Like let Kong fall. Let's see what happens.
Would your monkey be able to survive that? I don't think so. He would die.
He fell from the Empire State Building and died.
Yep.
Remy, do you Remy it's your turn. You got another question for Derrick?
Yeah. Derrick, would you be interested in seeing Gamera be brought to the Monsterverse?
Definitely.
I'm waiting for a Gamera question.
You gotta bring it up, Nick. Come on. I can't.
Say somebody gotta say it.
Yeah, I like the design that they had with the towards the end of his series. In the 90s. I like how they went about with him in that last trilogy, and so I would definitely be interested to see how the Monsterverse creates them. So.
Yeah, that'll be awesome to see Gamera. How would your introduction be, Derrick? Let's just say you had to find a way to fit him into the Monsterverse. How would you squeeze him in? Someone said, let's see. I would love to see the Monsterverse version of Destroyer. Yeah,
we all would love to see what he would look like.
Nimmerlord, we would all love to see this Destroyer. That's what we're waiting for.
Didn't we do a reaction video to the one I sent you?
We did, but remember it wouldn't play. It kept freezing for some reason.
Oh, that's right.
There was like it was a fan made trailer to Godzilla 3, and it was with Destroyer.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It looked so real.
Wasn't it like trending? I think
it was trending.
It was so good because it was trending. That's why everybody was like,
there's another one that came out saying Godzilla King of the Sea. Oh, now that's also trending. Also,
wow. These fan trailers are getting out of hand. If they look this good, then I can't wait for what the actual trailer looks like.
I mean, if I could start doing that, I'll start making my own stuff and post it on YouTube, and y'all can watch it.
Oh, shoot. I should start doing that too. You know what? I should make my own freaking Gamera trailer.
But
do that.
But how would that introduction be there? How do you squeeze him in? How do you just fit him in the Monsterverse?
Well, I would have to pay homage to the original movie and have him waking up in Antarctica.
Yeah.
As a result of the fight between King Ghidorah and Godzilla there.
Oh.
After they had their battle and left, the ice cracked enough to free him and wake him up. And the energy discharges from King Ghidorah, kind of shocked him awake.
Wow.
So go from there and have him eventually show up.
You know what?
That'll be awesome.
Monarch has another outpost sitting in Antarctica.
No.
Gamera's just sitting in there.
Oh god.
He's just hiding underneath, hibernating.
The Monarch needs to stop putting outposts on these things. I'm like, no, you can't put an outpost over every kaiju. It's not possible.
They're gonna put an outpost on top of one of these days. It's gonna be sitting right above him.
Yeah.
and he get up, it's over. It is over with. Nick, you have any more questions for Mr. Derrick?
I do, actually. What did you think? This is pertaining to King of the Monsters. What did you think of the big man's burning form?
Oh, I was excited when that came up. I was cheering.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I thought the trailer, played games with my eyes because I saw red and a hand go by. I'm like, are we going to see the burning version of him in here? Because I think this is the first time Ghidorah fought against that version.
Yeah, and lost.
We all knew he was gonna lose. We knew
He
where that was
dead.
gonna end
The
up.
minute Godzilla showed up in burning form, I was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's done. You're done."
So it is safe to say that Burning Godzilla has fought Destroyer and King Ghidorah.
Yep.
That's an amazing feat.
Now we need Super Godzilla.
Would you like to see that burning version in other movies continuing on to this MonsterVerse?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's already achieved it once, so I don't see why he can't. And they made it where it wasn't a part of his nuclear heart having a meltdown like in the Godzilla versus Destroyer. So in this, it's just him powered up. So I can't see them not being able to explore that again.
Would you say that it's like a power he could turn on and off? Or does he need like that boost to turn it on, and then after the fight's done, it shuts off?
Well, if we go the Saiyan route, then he's already learned it. He just needs to figure out how to reactivate it.
Gotcha.
Two of them doing that, because that was the whole premise of Goku going God mode.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan God. Like, his body learned it, so then he had to figure out how to reactivate it on his own.
So this is Godzilla's God mode.
Essentially.
It's God Godzilla. If you want to pertain it and put it that way, it's God Godzilla.
God.
So we're gonna switch gears a little bit from Godzilla, and then we'll come right back. Let's talk about the evolution of Kong. Derrick, you've seen the MonsterVerse. We've talked about it a little bit tonight. First and foremost, how did you feel about the Kong Skull Island film?
I liked it. I thought they did a pretty good job, establishing his history. I enjoyed the John C. Reilly character and the fact that he was able to explain what was going on the island to everybody that survived. I found that the creatures were pretty interesting. The fact that the spiders were the bamboo shoots, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then obviously the skull crawlers were just crazy. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm not a Godzilla fan, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a Godzilla fan. But them reintroducing Kong to the MonsterVerse, I've always been a Kong fan. I have profound respect for Kong because what he means to all kaiju, because it started with him. So he always has that. The evolution with Kong to me has been really, really great. I'm not gonna lie, King Kong had me nervous going into the Godzilla versus Kong movie, because I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, look, they better not try it. But I also know that but Kong is tough, man, and he's really, really tough, and I love how detailed he is, and that axe. I love that they introduced him with the axe. It just shows you how smart he is and how much. And that's actually one of my favorite scenes in that movie, when he hits Godzilla with the axe. That was amazing, especially the scenery, because I'm big on scenery in movies. So I'm just looking at the background the whole time, and I was like, and he jumps off and he hits him with the axe. Oh man, and that's what really made Godzilla mad. But Skull Island is actually one of my favorite MonsterVerse movies as well, and it had different creatures on Skull Island. We got to see a lot of characters. Everybody did a really, really good job. And I love how they still had the storm circulating around his island, which made it even more scarier. So I really enjoyed that movie as well.
Remy, one of the things that,
go ahead, Derrick.
One of the things that I did appreciate about the Skull Island that carried forward into Kong versus Godzilla was the fact that they established him being resourceful. By grabbing the tree and shaving all the branches off to fight the skull crawler, and then also using the chain and ship rudder or propeller.
That was awesome.
That was a smart thing.
Yeah. So the fact that they established it there made it more understandable and believable for him to use the axe the way that he did in their fight. So I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. So, Remy, any questions? Let me help Serge log on real quick.
Oh, yeah. What did you think of Mechagodzilla, the Monsterverse version? I mean, what did you think of his role in Godzilla vs. Kong and his design?
It was definitely kind of a surprising interpretation. Because I'm so used to the regular Godzilla versions, him always being the smooth armored one, and things like that. But this one was more of a skeleton style. Like they were still, obviously still building them and stuff. Or that's kind of the impression I got. And then the fact that he was being controlled through one of Ghidorah's heads, that's skulls that managed to survive. I was like, okay, that's a new one. That's
yeah.
But it's it's not a stretch either, because they've established in the past that he's been remote controlled. So
right,
just a different way of approaching that remote control for him. So. And
Mechagodzilla had that beam just split the Skullcrawler right in half. I was like,
honestly,
whoa.
I felt bad for the Skullcrawler. I'm gonna be honest, I felt bad for it. I was like,
kind
I
of
deserve that one. He didn't deserve to die that way.
Shin Godzilla.
Like, like I was happy. I was happy the Skullcrawler came back, but at the same time, it's like, you only back for one reason, and we already know what that is.
The fact that they had those train pods filled with like the Skullcrawler.
Oh yeah,
that was cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm like wondering how they even got those many eggs. Like, was Skullcrawler, they had like a female maybe? Was that like a queen Skullcrawler? Was this like giving birth to a bunch of eggs?
Kind of think of it, it did have all that, but when Mechagodzilla broke out and the main guy died, all the eggs were still there.
Yeah.
They were intact. So
I'm wondering,
break out and go into Hong Kong and just wreak havoc?
Oh, that's a good.
Oh, that'll be good, because I finally get to see Godzilla step on one of them.
Oh yeah, they'd be dead. If Godzilla shows up, he's like, "What the?" This starts killing them.
Yeah.
He's gonna look down. What is this nibbling on my foot?
Get it. He looks like Kong. Like, trouble with these.
Nick, you have any more questions for Derrick?
If you were, how can I put this? In a way, to introduce Mechagodzilla, this Mechagodzilla, in his own movie against Godzilla, how would you do it?
Like, still use the same one, or
use the same. Well, even upgrade him a bit.
To be honest with you, I originally thought that he was going to be some kind of creation from the guys that were running that eco-terrorist group, King of the Monsters. When they had first mentioned Mechagodzilla being in it, that was where my thoughts first went. So I was expecting, their leader to show up because obviously they had ways of getting scientists to work with them and stuff like that. When they got the wife to help out with using the alpha radar for, alpha call. I don't know. I would want to see it a little bit more fleshed out, kind of more the traditional way, where he's got the armor skin on him rather than being a skeleton mode. I think it would be interesting to see like how that group would have done it. Their approach.
Yeah, that would have that would have been awesome. Y'all ready to play a game?
No.
Well, we can't do this
Y'all
without
ready?
Surge.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for Surge though.
Yeah, we can't do that without Surge.
I
You
don't
guys
know
wanna
what.
see
Yeah,
what-
I don't know if. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that before we started. I was gonna ask you about the pictures that you wanted to show us.
All right.
Yeah, let me. So, let me see if I can get this to work right.
Let's see, man. I got some awesome questions, guys. Tonight's gonna be fun.
Are these directed at me?
Probably.
Nick,
I feel it.
I had a question. I do got a question on here that made me think about you a lot. It really did.
Why do me and Remy got a bad feeling about this?
Watch that be the worst question, Nick.
I
Watch
know.
it, like be the most difficult question he could think of just for you.
All right, so I got the first one up.
Let's hear it.
Let's see.
Oh.
I got you.
Okay, so this is Specter Man. This is
Okay.
one of the first kaiju fighting characters that I grew up watching, and let's see if I can get.
Oh, that is awesome.
Well, that's pretty cool.
This was his
Boy.
nemesis.
Isn't that one of
This was a scientist from another planet that was creating the kaiju that Spectre Man kept having to fight.
He looks like one of the
Wow.
apes from Mechagodzilla.
from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla? That's pretty fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And
Hey, Derrick, that's pretty cool, Derrick. I like that.
He got that pink suit.
yeah, and then
Pinky
here is
Yeah.
from next Friday.
Oh, that's a classic.
this is Godzilla's first guest appearance.
Yeah.
One of his first guest appearances in the Ultraman series. They put a frill
That
on
is-
him and changed him to Jiris.
That is such a classic pick.
So,
Dude, that is
and then-
awesome, man.
And then
I
there
think I've
was,
seen that clip before. Ultraman ripped that thing off.
yeah,
And
It was
basically,
about-
Godzilla versus Ultraman. I was like, oh, okay. So now we have their fight.
and then this is another Godzilla that was modified for the Ultraman series.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
So they
Why-
added some
why you got-
fur.
Well, you got
Plate
bushy
button.
eyebrows.
Yeah,
He looked like the Grinch from the eyebrows
I was
right
about to
below
say
his
that.
nose.
I was about to say that, Donald. I was like, it does look like a Grinch.
so
Let me see. We have Miss Debbie. There is a Godzilla made of tires. I want to see that.
What? I want to see that image.
Did you guys see the image of the Godzilla tree that I don't know what mall it is?
I did.
Yeah,
That
I
is
saw
awesome.
that.
the Christmas tree.
Yeah, he
I
actually
got it.
breathed smoke.
Iconic on backstage. Oh, I think Serge is here.
We got Surge.
Is he here? Serge!
There he
You
is.
made it! Yay, Serge!
I made it. I don't know what was up with the thing. I mean, I was on the road anyway, so it's probably just better that I come home.
Well, Serge, you came just in time because we're about to play a little game. But first, let me introduce you to Derrick. Derrick, this is our man, Serge. Serge, this is our special guest, Derrick. Man, we've been having a good time
Derrick,
with him.
Nice to meet you, Serge.
The stream has been pretty good, man. Talking about, basically the MonsterVerse, the Godzilla, the
I was watching
evolution
it.
of Kong. So now
That's right.
it's time to play a little game. And we're gonna start with you, Derrick. We gotta start with you because you're the guest.
Uh-oh.
Question number 1. You can only watch one movie for the rest of your life.
Jeez.
Serge, this one might hurt you a little bit. This might sting a little bit.
Why must we do this?
Godzilla 1954
Why?
Why?
or the
This is
or
purposely.
the or the 2019 King of the Monsters.
Oh.
He does this purposely.
Come on, Donald!
It's terrible.
Why are you so evil?
Did the big guy hurt you?
Yeah. Did somebody
Uh,
hurt you?
And Nick, these questions that I am asking, I thought about you all day, brother. So y'all got to credit Nick for this.
Okay, so if we're talking about the Godzilla 1954 version, are we talking about the original Japanese or the American?
The original Japanese.
Okay. As much as I enjoy, the original, I gotta go with the King of the Monsters because I don't think I could stand watching Godzilla disintegrate over and over and over again like that.
That's true.
It's just too rough.
All right, so we got our first answer from Derrick. Remy, what about you? The 1954 Godzilla or the 2019 King of the Monsters?
I'm gonna go with King of Monsters because I can just watch so many of those awesome scenes over and over again, like Rodan's entrance, Godzilla versus the two fights between Godzilla and King Ghidorah, Mothra coming out of the waterfall, burning Godzilla showing up, the bowing scene. All the Titans bowing to Godzilla. I love that scene, especially that last shot of him roaring with the sunset behind him. That's an iconic shot.
Oh, yes.
So I can't get enough of that movie, so I would watch that one.
Nick, 1954 Godzilla or the 2019 King of the Monsters. You can only watch one for the rest of your life. I got Serge scared. Serge getting up and left. He can't handle the pressure. He folding, man. Folding on national TV.
I'm gonna agree with Derrick. I really do not feel like seeing the big man disintegrate repeatedly, nor hear his cry. So I'm gonna go with the 2019 King of the Monsters. I could watch that over and over, like Remy said. All the scenes, his entrance with the burning form, love it.
Okay, we'll wait for Serge to come back.
As he just walks in and just does this.
Oh, here he is.
Sorry. Laptop. At least it works.
All right. Serge, it's your turn. We got the 1954 Godzilla, the 2019 King of the Monsters film.
That's pretty easy. I mean, as much as like everyone has said, we all love 54 because it's the one that started it all. But damn, King of the Monsters. It's so good, and it's almost like with King of the Monsters you get the best of Godzilla's history, plus a victorious ending, right? So I'm gonna have to go with King of the Monsters, easy on that one, just because it's awesome and it's in English. I don't know Japanese, so.
He's not wrong, because when I'm watching movies on HBO, I'm like, I don't know what they're saying, or are these subtitles even?
I don't want to read subtitles for the rest of my life. I want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, we got our second question, Mr. Derrick. We're bringing it back to you. If you could bring one character, if you could bring back one returning character to be a part of the MonsterVerse, who will it be? Will it be Dr. Serizawa or Bryan Cranston?
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you do this?
Didn't we do this one?
No, we
ain't do this one, Remy. Don't do that.
Okay.
Even if we did it for
Damn it. So close.
Who hurt you?
I got to go with the.
Hey, they're not letting us produce these films, so I got to do it. I'm taking my anger out on y'all.
Why is that our fault?
So violent.
I'd have to go with Dr. Serizawa.
Okay.
I mean, Bryan Cranston did a really good job, with what he was given and the storyline that they gave for his character. But I really appreciate how they incorporated Dr. Serizawa and his family being a part of the history of Godzilla and the MonsterVerse. So.
All right. Well, Derrick got by. He gave a great answer. Stephanie, Miss Stephanie, let's see what you're talking about, girl. Let me see. She said, I gotta go with 54 as much as I love King of the Monsters. Thank you for your input.
She's not allowed to do this. She's not allowed to watch.
Hey,
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not getting on Stephanie.
but
I'm not getting on Stephanie bad side. Stephanie, I'm thank you for your input.
Definitely nothing wrong with choosing 54.
Very respected answer.
yeah.
Yeah, 54 is. I mean, that's where it all started. So it's kind of like,
But it's just so damn depressing. I'm like, I can't get through it.
54 is awesome.
Yes.
All right, Remy, I'm not letting you off the hook. Bryan Cranston or Serizawa?
Oh god. Serizawa, because it's Serizawa. Like we love the guy. Like I can't. Like every scene Serizawa has been in, I have loved because Ken Watanabe's performance is just so good, and I'd love to see how he would have reacted to the events of Godzilla vs. Kong, especially if seeing Godzilla like start to hurt humans. He's like, no, that's wrong. Godzilla's not doing that on purpose. Something's causing him to do that.
So we got 2 for Serizawa. Nick, you can break the ice. If all you gotta do is pick Bryan Cranston, but we gonna see Dr. Serizawa or Bryan Cranston. Nick, who you going with?
Well, you know what? To be honest, I will go with Serizawa because Bryan Cranston, yeah, he had a good part in the movie, and it was like a short part in it for him. But the only thing he was really focused on was sound waves. That was it. Unlike Serizawa, who was, following the Mutos, following, King Ghidorah, and telling them, oh, he's the false king. Serizawa had more, mental and knowledge towards all these kaijus and all the history versus Bryan Cranston, who only had one theory that killed his wife. That's about it.
All right. So Nick was too scared to break the ice, I see. So Serge, you can be the only outcast, man. Serge, you got a chance to stand out, brother. You got a chance. All you gotta do is pick Bryan Cranston. Or you can get removed from the stream. Either way it go.
You know what? If I'm going down fighting. Dr. Serizawa. I'm sorry.
You said I'm going down fighting.
No. Just because in the context of the MonsterVerse, Dr. Serizawa just has more to offer it. He's closer to the universe. He knows more about Titans, Kaiju, as opposed to Bryan Cranston, which, sadly was killed off pretty quickly. I think his acting was incredible, but in the context of the universe, Dr. Serizawa just makes more sense.
He started Monarch.
Yeah.
He pretty much started Monarch, so he pretty much started all the outposts, finding all these Titans. Serizawa started all that, so Bryan Cranston really didn't do anything but just figure out that Godzilla and one of the Mutos was talking, but to find out there was another Muto somewhere out there. That's all he found out, versus Serizawa, who really got into it and actually studied everything.
He assisted, but
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so before I ask this next question, I want y'all to listen very, very carefully, okay? Remy, this is gonna suck for you, bro.
Oh, man. Why don't you just admit it? Like, Remy, this is gonna be.
Now, when I ask this question, I'm not talking about strength. I'm not talking about pure strength. Who is stronger? I'm talking about aura, majestic, magical.
It's either Gamma dies or Baragon dies. It's one of those two coming in.
Probably gonna be freaking Gamma or Baragon, whatever.
Mr. Derrick, here we go. Remember, we're taking strength out of the equation. You can only make one monster the guardian of the universe. Who are you picking, Mothra or Gamera?
I called it. I called this.
I'm done. Goodbye. Have a good stream.
Have a good stream.
What? Where'd you going, Remy? So Derrick, let's hear from you, and then we'll pass it around.
Got to go with Mothra on this one. It's I know that there's
Look at Remy. He's
seething. You got different versions in the past of Mothra. from the trilogy and from the MonsterVerse. So there's a lot of different possibilities there with Mothra in general. And if you're talking about grace or the majestic look of it, having the more water-based one and the time-traveling Mothra and stuff. There's just so many different looks that they've come up with for it, and still kept that same kind of theme to it. So yeah, I would say that's Mothra's got the lead on there for me.
All right, Mr. Derrick dropping some knowledge as usual. Now, Remy, you can do this the easy way, or you can do this the hard way. If you pick Gamera, you got to get out the stream. You pick Mothra, you got to get out the stream. So either way, it doesn't matter.
What?
That's not a win. That's not a win-win scenario. That's a lose.
No, that's a what? What kind of scenario is that?
All right, I'm gonna pass it to you, Remy. Who you taking? Only one monster. You can be the guardian of the universe. Oh,
all this to say, Remy, you're fired.
I'm going to what the? I haven't even given my answer yet. I'll just have my answer. I'm just holding it up. Gotta go with my girl.
Stephanie gonna help you, Remy. Miss Stephanie says she gotta go with her girl. Good answer, Miss Stephanie.
All right. For me,
awesome answer.
Okay, now hear me out. Hear me out when I say this. All right. Hear me out. I'm gonna go Gamera for Guardian Universe, but for Mothra, I would have her be the guardian of humanity because I feel like she matches. No, okay. Well, goodbye, everyone.
You hear him, Stephanie?
Yes.
Stephanie said Mothra all the way.
But Gamera has been known to be the guardian of the universe. That's his.
But he ain't the strongest. See, that's the thing.
Okay, fine.
Remy, Remy, you pick Gamera. So Remy, you gave a pretty good answer. I like it. I like it, Remy.
Just because he's been given that name, and I've gotten used to calling Gamera Guardian Universe. Mothra could be like his predecessor. Like when he dies, she can take over.
Who you going with, Nick? Mothra or Gamera?
I'm going with the Queen.
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh.
She's got so much. Like Derrick said, she has all these abilities. Like, look at her. She got 3 movies of her own with like multiple versions of her. Like, you had the time travel, you got the aquatic, you got the armored one, you got what else? You got Leo, you got all of them, and there's more. If you Google it, there is completely more versions of Mothra that we have not seen. Versus Gamera, who has, sorry, Remy, an exploding detonating side that is not necessary. And then I can't deal with this. I will not deal with this. Going around and around and around. That will get me dizzy.
Yeah, it's to distract his enemy.
Almost like
while he's flying.
You ever play Mario Kart? They drop that banana and your car starts spinning. That's how Gamera come in. But Gamera, he don't get dizzy. He's probably used to it. He probably do it for fun. Serge, we're gonna bring it to you. Only one can be the guardian of the universe. We got Gamera or Mothra.
I'm just gonna say that being a friend to children and being guardian of the universe is 2 different jobs, and you can't have both. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to go with Mothra. Gamera can stay the friend to children. That's cool. Help Godzilla out, but gotta go with the Queen of the Monsters. I think she also balanced things out, being that she's speculatively she's a female, right? And then also I think I was gonna say realistically, but not realistically. She's, as far as I know, Remy might turn me down on this one. She's far more magical than any of the other monsters. So I would assume that the guardian of the universe would be something far more spiritual or magical than Godzilla or Gamera. It just makes more sense, just because the universe is the universe and Earth is just Earth. So,
Like
the monsters.
Yeah. No, I agree with you,
You know,
Serge. That's a
going
good
to your
point.
point, in the Space Godzilla versus Godzilla movie, she sent out messages throughout the galaxy about him. It wasn't just Earth. Earth was just one of the planets that they showed receiving the message. So we don't know what other planets she sent messages to, but so that goes to your point of the mysticism and whatnot.
Yeah, her reach is everywhere. So
I'd like to change my answer real quick. We'll go with
No,
Mothra
be the outcast.
No, because
I like it.
because I just thought
It's okay,
you
Remy,
guys
it's
bring
fine.
up good points, but also I just thought of the time when she went back in time. Like that's like interdimensional kind of stuff right there. Like
It
that, like I'm like, wait, that includes the universe as well. So yeah, Gamera is more. Yeah, actually, you know what? I consider Gamera more the friend of children. I feel like Mothra would be better at being the guardian of the universe because maybe Batra like has to do something with the universe or something like that. Like maybe.
And also look at the movie. One of the movies, she put a protective shield around the world. Can Gamera do that?
Hi, Nick.
I'm sorry.
He could,
Yeah,
he could lift up
around
the
with like reverse the planet out. No, I'm
Gamera is Koopa. Gamera is Koopa in the shell.
Oh my
He
god!
could-
At least he's actually
Wait.
nicer than Koopa.
Remy out.
Yeah, come on. I changed
so
my answer to Mothra.
I had to go back through my notes before I did this question. So this question is gonna sound a lot similar to the one I did a while back, but I think you guys are gonna really, really enjoy this question, especially you, Nick.
God damn it.
Sucker.
Hey, Mr. Derrick. All right. So you get to be one of these monsters in the MonsterVerse as Godzilla opponent. You get one chance, one shot, one opportunity to do this. You either get to be King Ghidorah or Destroyer.
Oh my god.
Who are you going to be if you had a chance to be Godzilla's opponent?
It'd be an easy one for me.
go with Destroyer because you got with King Ghidorah. I mean, he's got power and everything like that. But with Destroyer, you can shrink yourself down into the minis, attack them from multiple directions, reform into the giant one. Attack them from above, from below. Definitely going to give him a run for your money, or give him a run for his money with Destroyer.
Okay. All right. Remy, who you going with? King Ghidorah or Destroyer?
I'm gonna go with Destroyer because I feel like since I always like to use my fists in a fight, I feel like I'd be better as a Destroyer because he actually has hands to punch with. King Ghidorah would just have to punch with his heads, which would be stupid.
Like Drax.
Hey! I'm gonna have to break the ice. I'm gonna have to go King Ghidorah. Now we're not gonna have no clean. We ain't gonna have no clean sweep.
All right.
I like that answer. I like the answer, by the way, Remy. I like the answer, by the way. Nick, Destroyer or King Ghidorah, or you can go to remove stream. It's up to you.
As much as I love King Ghidorah, yeah, but I'm gonna go with Destroyer because number one, he's got that horn that just look at what he did. He sliced it through Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And, Derrick made a valid point. You could shrink down into all the crab bots, but you can also die and come back again. Versus Ghidorah, you got your head ripped off and you just brought it back. Now, what are you going to do when your whole entire body dies? You ain't coming back.
Ghidorah never dies. He never dies. Ghidorah never dies.
Take that, Nick.
He died. We saw what happened in 2019. He died.
And he was back in 2020.
He came back in Mechagodzilla.
He died. He came back as Mechagodzilla and died again.
Well, that was
It's
really
gonna
Kevin who came
It's
back.
gonna be
as
Mecha
Mechagodzilla.
King Ghidorah. Surge, Destroyer.
I'll be that guy. Donald, I'm joining you.
That guy.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Okay, guys, Serge.
Yes,
Next for the
yes.
stream.
Y'all
Goodbye.
get off. Just because it's King Ghidorah. Because Godzilla has fought, I'm thinking entire history. Godzilla has fought Destroyer once. I'm not including the very, very first time. Not in animal form. But King Ghidorah, many times. So I'll have to go with King Ghidorah. I also feel like King Ghidorah is just kind of a wild card. You never know what he's going to do, especially with the current incarnation of him. Who knows what else he can do? Plus, when he gets like in King of the Monsters, when he gets a power up, damn, he kind of gave Godzilla a short run for his money there for a little while. So I feel that just King Ghidorah. I'm gonna go with him.
I'm gonna go. As much as I like Destroyer, I just think King Ghidorah is his worst enemy. I had an opportunity to go back and watch Godzilla versus Destroyer, and I think Godzilla held his own. Like Godzilla, it's not like he got stomped on. Like he actually held his own against Destroyer. But me, King Ghidorah, I mean, he's got the 3 heads. They all got personalities. They're the 3 Stooges, basically. Gigantic wings. They can fly. He cause storms wherever he go. And I mean, he's always been Godzilla's biggest rival. So I would have to go.
You're missing that one crucial power he has. There's one crucial where he sucks the energy
beam?
out of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Where he was sucking the energy out of him.
But yeah, and King Ghidorah, he's just such an iconic monster, man. I can't pick against King Ghidorah.
And he wants to eat children. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. My man wants to kidnap children.
Who does that?
Oh, that's right. He did kidnap kids.
All right, so I got 2 more questions, and then we'll be done with our questions for the day. Mr. Derrick, you're on a boat. You can only pick one of the 2 islands. You can choose to go to Skull Island that took place in 2005, or you can choose to go to Skull Island that took place in 2017. Which island are you going to, and why?
None of these are good. Neither are good.
These islands are good. Both these islands are
They're
terrible.
both nightmarish.
I gotta go with the 2017 one because at least there you have a chance to meet up.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, there's a whole tribe of people living on that island. So.
Oh man.
I mean, they figured out how to survive there. However long that tribe's been there. So, got to go with that one because the other one was just. Well, I mean, yeah, the other one has a tribe too, but that was
the other one
way too much of a nightmare.
The people kill you.
Yeah.
Oh man, Remy, where island would you like to go to? 05 or 17? Now you got the skull crawlers on one island, but you got the V-Rexes on the other.
I'm gonna go with the 2017 one because Derrick brought up a good point. There are people, the tribe, the Iwis on the island. They have begun to create a society, but also there is a lot more peaceful, a lot more inviting than the other tribe on 05 Island, because those guys could just kill you for no flipping reason. They're just like, no, we just want to kill you. Like, why? What did I do? I just came here.
And there was no pit of giant insects.
Oh, that is true. Although there was that freaking long leg spider.
True, but the whole pit of them.
Ugh. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah. Nick, what island? Where you selling to?
Depends. Do I have unlimited ammunition?
No.
You ain't got nothing but yourself.
I'm going to 2017 then. I ain't gonna go into the 05, sit there and fight with my bare fist with something that could eat my leg, eat my head, grab me through a wall, or launch me halfway across like the entire island with one swing of a tail, and then running from a velociraptor and have 3 V-Rexes coming after me. Or let alone that thing that the V-Rex ate, whatever that thing was.
Whatever it was.
I'd rather sit and be fine with the Iwis in 2017 behind a gigantic wall of spikes.
But what if you don't make it to the Iwis though? What if you don't get there? What if you just get there and you see a skull crawler waiting on you, bro? What you gonna do?
Boy, there's so many trees I can hide. I'll let you hit a tree and then keep going.
I mean, you're down if you do, down if you don't.
Monster.
They'll get you in the tree.
Yeah. By the time they hear it, by the time that thing roars, Kong's already halfway down the street waiting for me.
Like what if you run through the what if you run through the water? What if you run through the water and that giant squid grab you? What you gonna do, bro?
Oh shoot, I forgot about that thing.
Or what about that spider? You might be running through the woods and he might be looking at you the whole time.
Or that mantis, whatever the heck that thing.
Make a shiv out of a tree stump and just wait for it to grab me and start stabbing until it drops me. That's about it.
Serge, where you selling, man? 05 Island or the 17 Island?
I mean, you're kind of down if you do, down if you don't. You know.
Basically, which King Kong would you like to meet?
The one that can kill you, or the one that would be friends with you?
Well, I'm not a female, so I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't want to lose my head. No, I mean, I'll take 2017. That pit scene was just traumatizing.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not down for that.
Yeah.
I'll take the big creatures over the small ones. That's fine.
You don't want to meet Jack Black?
If he's there long enough, he did.
All right, so this is the last and final question. Okay, not gonna be too hard. It's not gonna be too hard, Remy. Don't worry. I wrote this question. I said this should be easy. This should be a breeze.
Like
Mr. Derrick. No, I'm not lying, Remy. Derrick, we're gonna start with you. You get to introduce one or the other into the MonsterVerse. They throw two monsters at you. Who you going with? Gamera or Destroyer?
He does his purpose, Slade. He does his purpose.
It all. You gotta be
I would bring in Gamera.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Bravo, Derrick.
Because I mean, they showed him Godzilla team up with Mothra for a little bit. I think obviously Gamera and Godzilla would have their little tussle at first. Both being alphas and everything, but I definitely would love to see them team up and fight something or multiple things together. Just both of them spitting their fire at it.
Oh yeah. So basically, after Godzilla win his scuffle with Gamera, then Gamera like, look, I got to team up with the Big G because I can't handle him. That's pretty much how that's gonna go. Remy, you can only bring in one new monster for the MonsterVerse. Is Destroyer or Gamera? Who you going with?
I'm gonna go with Gamera on this one because I feel like whoever got the Godzilla vs. Destroyer, now we need a Godzilla vs. Gamera. That's like the one kaiju film we fans have been waiting for. So I feel like if they introduced Gamera to MonsterVerse, they had to like have a film with that. Just Godzilla and Gamera fighting, and then look, a new opponent shows up. A new challenger approaches. Oh, we got to fight this guy now. Got him down.
Yeah, that'll be awesome to see them fight for a little bit and team up.
Nick, a handshake at the end too. You son of a bitch! It's like holy shit, like the scene in Predator, but they're going like that.
Let me ride that.
Who you bringing in, Destroyer or Gamera? Let's go, Nick. This is a good question, Nick. Any answer is good.
I would have went with neutral, but to be honest, Remy and Derrick got a very good point. I would like to see Gamera in this, just to be a team, just to be a good team.
Miss Stephanie said, "I gotta say, I want to see Goji throw some punches with the flying turtle."
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if you think about it, come on. If Godzilla and Gamera were to go at it one-on-one, the big guy, all he has to do is just wait for him to fly down and hit him with that tail, and he's going a whole nother direction.
Yeah, I think Godzilla. It'll be a good fight. You know how you play. You play sports, Nick. You got quarters 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say maybe how a good team and another good team is playing. About
it's
the
like
third
one's
quarter,
balanced, one's unbalanced.
Yeah, Gamera get wore down.
between the two.
Gamera is a little unbalanced versus the big man, who is very, very balanced.
Miss Stephanie
Godzilla
also
is
said she would
land,
love to
sea.
see Destroyer again. Yes.
I think we all would love to see Destroyer
Yeah,
again.
we would all love to see this Destroyer. I would love to see Gamera Godzilla take on this Destroyer. Now that would be a badass fight.
You hear this?
Nick.
You hear this, Legendary? Bring them both in and have them
We're
team
waiting.
up against that one.
Nick, you can be a game changer, Surge. You can be a game changer. Everybody pick Gamera. Now you can break the ice.
You know
You
what?
can be you know what you can say. I'm Surge. I'm the difference maker of the group.
You could be special, Surge.
You got a chance.
Yeah,
You got an
One of us.
opportunity.
One of us.
I'm gonna go with. I just really want to see Destroyer in this universe, man. So I'm gonna go with
Alright.
Destroyer. As much as I would like to see, Godzilla and Gamera throw rounds and set aside differences and whatnot. Although I did like that, them going up against Destroyer, but I think I want to see Godzilla handle Destroyer on his own and see what he can do. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Destroyer. I need to see that fight.
And I don't think, I mean, we all do, but I don't think people as a whole know as much about Gamera than we do. So I would have to say Destroyer, because I know a lot of people know and love Destroyer. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Gamera and them fitting him in this MonsterVerse. Like, that's definitely something that I would love to see. But that is all of the questions that we have for the Quick Thoughts game for tonight. I'll have some more next week. I made enough for next week. I got one that I really want to say so bad, but I don't want to do it. I'll save it. I'll save it for next week. It's a really, really good one.
You just keep torturing him with this, don't you?
It's
You want me to do it now, Remy?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't
Bring
gonna do it now, Remy. I ain't gonna.
Oh,
do it.
come on! I was ready for it too.
Derrick, we've had a lot of fun with you tonight on this stream. One thing I did want to ask you, I wasn't for sure if we got a quite answer. Who is your favorite opponent of Godzilla's?
I said Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla. Okay. Yeah, Mechagodzilla, man. That was my first movie I saw. That was like one heck of an introduction to Godzilla. Being able to see the big G take on Mechagodzilla. That was awesome. That was
Actually, I have a
really
question.
awesome. Okay.
I have a question for Derrick. Number one, is Godzilla holding a guitar on your shirt?
Yes, he is.
Oh god, I love that. I've always wanted to get that shirt.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
Hell yeah.
Yep. He's
That's
rocking out.
Damn straight.
that is fire.
Yeah, I'm a guitar player too, so like I've always wanted to get that shirt. And Nick
funny
too.
thing-
Nick too.
The funny thing with the shirt is, years ago I was in a game group and we were playing a game called Scion, where you get to play as like the child of a god. And as you progress through the storyline, you build up your powers and you eventually become a god yourself and everything. And somehow, in the craziness of our storyline, we ended up in Japan fighting Godzilla with the Megazord in a rock battle. And so when I saw the shirt, I was like, I gotta get this shirt.
That's awesome.
So it's
Super cool. Yeah, I got to get that shirt. And since I didn't get to ask a question in the very beginning, since I was on the road, but I'll make it quick. If the guys didn't ask you already, favorite Godzilla era?
I always get the terms wrong, but the 90s.
Heisei.
Heisei? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I like that era because they just did so many different things with Godzilla. They had him Protector, they had him the enemy, going kind of crazy on everybody. They had
The continuity.
unique creatures for him to fight with Biollante, Destroyer, Megaguirus, I think it was.
No,
Yeah.
that's Millennium.
No, that's Millennium.
Yeah.
Batra?
You're thinking Batra.
So yeah, but yeah, just
Awesome. That's my favorite too. And then last wild card question: who would win in a fight, Donald, Donald or Remy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Come
You
on.
don't have to answer that.
Bring it.
Although Remy looks feisty, I don't know.
I don't know. I think I got to give it to Don. He's got that-
Yeah, probably. You got coming in with that comment, huh? Wrestling. Okay.
I did have a question for you guys, real quick.
Okay, go ahead, Derek. Go ahead.
Did you know that Mystery Science Theater 3000 did 5 Gamera movies?
I do know that.
I didn't know that.
I know
My
that
favorite
it's,
clip
I
is
didn't know
when
that.
Gamera's like spinning, and then just like, you know what, guys, it just dawned on me. The movie's very silly, and I'm like, now, now is the point where you say that.
I will say, Derek. So we know Heisei your favorite era.
Mm-hmm.
We know your favorite MonsterVerse movie is the 2019 King of the Monsters movie. But what is your favorite Godzilla design?
Final Wars.
Oh, all right.
Really liked how they made them look in that.
That's my top 2. Godzilla 2000 and Final War. Those are some killer designs, man. Killer.
Yeah.
Like that. Have you saw that the SH Monsters Arts Final Wars figure?
Yeah, I've seen the images and it drives me crazy. I want to get. I got so many of the SH Monster Arts. Definitely want to get that one. I'm still frustrated. I never picked up the 54 version to have for my collection.
Yeah, that is awesome. So let's get your thoughts on the Godzilla versus Kong film. How did you feel about that film? Like, what was your favorite scenes from the film? Whether it was fighting scenes, some of your favorite characters, just overall, give us your take on the Godzilla versus Kong film.
I really enjoyed it. I thought, let's see, favorite scene. Got to go with the 3-way brawl. Just seeing the 3 of them all duking it out together. And all the neon lights and everything leading up to the big final brawl. Just, never seen that in a Godzilla movie before. So yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites. I can't remember character names, but the podcast guy.
Oh yeah.
I got a kick out of him. Just he was fast talking and paranoid, and, and he was able to think on his feet, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think one of the most underrated parts with him in that film is when he's talking to Mark Russell. He's shaking his hand, and out of nowhere, Godzilla roars, and he just kind of screams. Like me and my wife laughed loud in the movie there when we saw that part, because I didn't expect him to just come out of nowhere and just roar like that. But he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters as well. In that particular film. Nick, Serge, I have any more questions y'all want to ask Mr. Derrick? Remy, we just asked a big question while you were gone.
Sorry about that. My cat was crying.
No, we asked if you still wanted to be a part of the stream.
Oh.
No,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're just always picking on Remy. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
It's because Remy's the kid of the group.
Yeah, I'm a little brother of the group, so might as well get picked on.
Remy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How old are you, Derek?
42, going to be 43 in a couple months.
Finally, somebody beats me.
So he's like the elder now.
There you
We got two big brothers, Serge and Derrick. me and Nick in between, and you're the baby brother, Remy.
Yeah.
Hey Derrick. By the way, do you own by any chance what figures do you own of Godzilla or any kaiju in general?
I do have I've got quite a few. I've got the King of the Monsters, King Ghidorah.
Oh,
I need that.
I wanted
gotta
to get that
get
one
that.
so bad, but it was too expensive.
I've got Destroya. And I got the one that came with the baby Godzilla.
go. That's awesome.
Wow.
I've got a couple versions of the 2014 Godzilla. I have Burning Godzilla from the versus Destroya movie. I've got the Godzilla version where it was the where King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Megalon fought him. They were the
GMK.
Guardians. So I've got that version of Godzilla. Pretty sure I've got a 2000 version as well.
Wow. No, that's awesome. I need that King Ghidorah. I got to get that, but I always try to look for it, and I'm like, King Ghidorah, I like King Ghidorah, and he making me pay that much for him. I done backed him up today, and he's still gonna charge me the same price.
Didn't NECA had a King Ghidorah version?
No, they never made one because they were like, no, we're not gonna make one. Like, why?
Wow. Now NECA need that behind whoop. Why not make it?
Yeah, they like discontinue the Godzilla franchise, the Godzilla line. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Honestly, because they did.
Derrick, I got two more questions for you, and then I'm gonna let you be free. Let you be free. So how do you feel about the 5-month issues of the Godzilla taking on the Power Rangers? How do you feel about that crossover?
Oh boy.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I've read some of the Power Rangers comics now, and they've been doing a really good job with that series. I've read the Power Rangers meets Turtles. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested to see how they do, with Godzilla. So.
Yeah. And I from my understanding, when I was reading the article, they said that Power Rangers does have some ties to Toho and Godzilla. A lot of their ideas they took from Godzilla when they was filming Power Rangers. I didn't know that, so they have a lot of ties with each other. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm pretty sure they'll know what to do and how to fit both of them in. And then the last question I gotta ask you, Derrick. How do you feel about the future of the MonsterVerse, and where would you like the MonsterVerse to go next? What direction would you like them to go next?
I'm definitely hopeful that they can, work out some kind of an agreement to continue the MonsterVerse, because I know that there's a lot of questions hanging over the head of that with Toho wanting to start up their movies again. But if they can come to an agreement and keep the MonsterVerse going, I definitely think that they need to, like I mentioned before, they got to explore some of his other classic opponents. But at the same time, I'd definitely be up for them creating something new. Something.
Yeah, I wonder if they would have used that Titan from the 2014, the original Godzilla trailer, that had like the spikes from his tail or whatever. I don't know if it was. I want to say it was. What was that? Or maybe somebody made it. But I think it's right around the time that. You know what I'm talking about? Was that like the actual trailer?
Yeah, that was in the concept trailer. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that was in the okay, yeah, man. That'll be awesome to see how that looked.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. I would love to see that. Serge, were you able to catch the intro, Serge?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, you gotta play it again.
I gotta play it again, Serge. I gotta play it again.
Okay.
Watch this intro, Serge. It is amazing.
Welcome to Shell Shock, bringing in your gears like the bells to L Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell lock. 65 dollars in the cold cell block. This is shell shock, from shell shock. Bringing in your ears like the bells to L Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell lock. Supervise silence in the coldest cell block.
It took me all day to do that.
That's freaking awesome.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier with regards to the burning form, now that seeing that again, his atomic breath blast from the Godzilla versus Kong, that is a step away from it, because that's essentially
Oh yeah.
So again, they could easily bring that back.
They could have him tap into it just like that.
Yeah, that would be super awesome. Derrick, we really enjoyed you, man. We had fun talking Godzilla and Kaiju with you. And before we let you go, I told you I'm gonna let you free, but you ain't free yet. You're almost free. Besides Godzilla, who is your favorite Kaiju outside of him? We know your favorite opponent is Mechagodzilla, but outside of, even if Godzilla's not even your favorite Kaiju, who is your favorite Kaiju in general?
Godzilla's always going to be the first Kaiju in my favorite list, but definitely a big fan of Gamera. I've got all of his movies.
Remy!
SH figure, Monster Arts figure of them.
Oh!
So.
Which one do you have?
Not with the fire. I've got the one where it's got the
chest
wings. The wings.
Oh, okay.
The chest does open.
96 one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the chest does open, and then it's got the wings to replace his arms with.
Yeah, I got that one too. And I got the one with the fire hand too. The 99.
Yeah. Definitely want to get that one if I can ever get it.
So, Nick just brought this back to my attention that we have to do the toast, bringing the Godzilla Nerds podcast into the new year, and this being the first episode of the new year with our first guest of the new year. Derrick, we're definitely going to have you back. I do not have my Capri Sun in hand right now. Oh, even Derrick is everybody's ready, but okay, you know what? I got to go get my Capri Sun. So y'all hold on. Y'all wait right here.
You know what? I think when I do change the color to my room, it's going to be a nice long shelf right here. Just straight Godzilla figures.
That'd be cool.
And to be honest, if a girl walks in here and is like, you got to take those down if you want me to be with you, door's right over there.
Exactly. I'm going to go. Well,
you is not telling me to take this down.
We had a good night. Head out. I'm like, no.
Yeah, the spot where I'm sitting right now.
All right, I'm back. I don't have no Kavase or nothing like that. So,
no.
Remy, this is in your honor, brother. A good old childhood drink, Capri Sun.
To the death of Baragon.
To the bet? No, we're not. No, we're not. No, please shut down. We're not doing that. No. Enough with the Baragon slang today. This is not a day for Baragon slang.
Shout out to
we've
my
already
boy,
given him an FL with Gamera.
My book.
Yeah, we are.
No, I'm gonna put my drink out. Never mind. It was a bad idea.
First and foremost, Derrick, I wanted to say, man, it was an honor having you on today, man. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for helping us out. By the way, I greatly appreciate you for being on as long as you did, man. To be able to talk Godzilla with you, Remy. I'm glad that I had the opportunity and the chance to meet you. And even going into the new year to even build a better relationship with you. Same thing with you, Nick. I'm glad that I was able to meet you. Tell your dad, thank you for the fire shirts, by the way. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for that.
And I'm always praying for you, Remy, you, Nick, you too, Serge. I feel, good about having you in my life, brother. Having y'all a part of my life. I love y'all boys dearly. And this is a toast to the Godzilla Nerds podcast. And Derrick, you joined us because you're a part of this. And hey, I love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
You guys too, man.
I like to say something too. Actually,
there it is.
It's great to me.
I think Remy drunk.
He slurred his words right there.
What's in that glass?
You see how he holding that cup?
Is that?
Well, anyway,
it's orange juice.
Orange
That's
juice.
orange juice.
Screwdriver?
No, All right, in all seriousness, though, growing up, there wasn't a lot of people who loved Godzilla as much as I did, so it was a little bit difficult for me to make friends. But as I grew older, I was able to meet a lot of good people, and you four are some of the best I've met. You guys know Godzilla, you guys know your lore, you know your kaiju, and to me, that earns a lot of respect. But not only that, you guys are just good, decent people as well. You guys are really great guys. You care for one another, you care for me, you care for others in our community, others outside of our community. And to me, and honestly, you guys make up some of the best parts of my week. When I'm feeling down, when school's like dragging me down, I feel like life is just really tough on me. You guys managed to break that mold and just make it fun for me during the week. So I love you guys. God bless you. And also congratulations to Serge on his new job.
Facts.
Congratulations on that, brother. And yeah, happy New Year to you all. Let's keep on loving Godzilla and let's continue on this journey together.
You know what? To be honest, I'm gonna say something.
Don't cry.
That, like, honestly, throughout my years, this is making me feel old, but throughout my years, I honestly have never met anybody that liked Godzilla as much as I do. As much as I do, including Gamera, including, Ultraman, all of them. I've never met anybody until you guys stumbled upon my life. I am happy for that. I love you guys all for that. Like Remy said, when I do feel down or stuff like that, you guys know how to pick me up, make me laugh. And the podcast is what makes the week also.
Game changer.
And, it's just a friendship like this is very hard to come by.
Yeah.
Friends come and go, but friends like this is very, very hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that stick with you throughout everything.
Damn right.
And I got to say, I love you guys for this.
We love you too, Nick.
Love you, man. Bro. Yeah. This Capri Sun good. Serge, you better hurry up and say something because I'm killing this Capri Sun.
All I say is next G Fest. Godzilla Nerds take G Fest.
Hell
yes,
yeah.
We'll be there. I already told my wife I'm going.
And then Derrick, where do you live, Derrick?
Indiana.
Indiana? Okay. Well, we're also gonna have the Godzilla Nerds take Texas. Come to my home.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, Godzilla already came to Pensacola. That's where I'm at. So I had fun with that. But this is awesome, man. But Derrick, man, we're glad to be able to have you on, man. And Derrick, I enjoyed you a lot, man. I know we all feel the same way. So I'll be reaching back out to you after the stream. I'll get with the boys and we'll talk and we'll get with you. We'll get with you after the stream, and we'll go from there, man. Got a surprise for you.
Cool. Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking with everybody. I've been enjoying watching you guys, chat up Godzilla and all the fun things with the kaiju. So it's been an honor to be on here. Really appreciate it.
It's on to have you on.
All right, man. Y'all have a blessed night. Derrick, I will be getting with you shortly, so check your messages. Nick, Remy, Serge, I'll be getting with y'all too, so we can talk, man. And y'all have a blessed night. Peace out.
All right, love y'all.
Love y'all.
You too, brother.
Peace.